I am Zelensky's military t-shirt. I know him better than his own advisors. I'm not fooled by his smile, nor moved by his speeches. I was there, in the closed rooms, on his body, when everything changed. The first time he wore me, it wasn't on camera. It was in an underground war room, day one of the war. Phone in one hand, withdrawal lists in the other. The West wasn't ready, and Russia wasn't joking. I heard him in a direct call with Washington, asking for weapons, not words, and the reply was clear. Stay strong, we'll see what we can do. Months passed, and I witnessed a war, as media-driven as it was military. Zelensky stood in front of cameras, but I stood behind the scenes, hearing the conversations no one aired. One night, I heard him whisper, "If the cameras stop, who will still stand with us?" I was with him when Bakhmut fell. Soledar, Avdiivka. Each time they told the people, strategic repositioning. But I saw maps erased and retreat rebranded as resilience. Then came the collapse, the draft crisis. Young men fled, families bought exemptions, missing persons lists grew, the army wore out, the West slowed down, and people began to ask, are we really winning or just delaying the fall? At that very moment, Trump's campaign was rising, and his loudest promise? I'll end the war in 24 hours. Everyone around Zelensky called it propaganda, but Zelensky didn't smile. One night, I saw him scanning reports. He leaned toward his aide and said, "End the war. At whose cost? Ours." And then, Trump came. I was the t-shirt on Zelensky's body when he entered the White House, but the doors were no longer the same. This wasn't Biden's administration. This one thought in numbers, not values. Trump wasn't against Ukraine. He just wanted a price. In a closed-door meeting, no cameras, he said it bluntly. If you want continued support, sign the rare earth metals deal. Lithium, neodymium, cobalt, Ukraine's buried treasure, in exchange for drones and missiles. Zelensky refused. Then hours later, he went public. He said, Ukraine is not for sale. But I felt it. That moment was a mistake. The whispers behind the scenes grew angry. His press event was canceled. And the next meeting, he wasn't even received formally. One aide leaned in and said, "You broke protocol. You might not be welcome here again." He returned to Kyiv under pressure. But the hardest blow came in a quiet message from Washington. Military aid will stop. If you want it resumed, you'll have to pay. Between initial defiance and the weight of reality, he had to choose, collapse or compromise. Western media began criticizing him. He started defending himself, saying, "We're not surrendering. We're negotiating for survival." And in the end, he signed. The rare earth deal went through. The aid resumed. But there was no victory, only a bitter deal. To buy time, not triumph. I am the t-shirt that witnessed the concessions, that heard the decisions no one announced, that knows this war is not what it seems. Sometimes, heroes don't choose how the story ends. They just try to delay it. I am the president's shirt. Did you recognize me?